This is an extract from our Hero Club. We have calls 3 times a week. Please like the video if you learned something.
A script and tell it to tell you
Or whatever.
what the script does? Or do you have to have the PDF first?
Oh no. Well, I mean, it's not gonna it's gonna tell you in the code what line it is to where it's not gonna tell you what it does. It's not a chatbot,
Okay.
right? It's just it's taking the text or audio. It for videos in MP3, or sorry, audio files. It transcribes them to text, and then it searches the text on concepts, right? So Kokana, you go to church a lot, right? And you might have a priest or whoever leads your sessions talk about a given topic, and you're like, hey, I have a video of him talking through this, and he mentioned something about not coveting my neighbor's ass, right? Is that what it is? But you don't remember exactly how it was phrased, right?
Right.
So you can search by the concept. Hey, he mentioned something about not coveting something with my neighbor, right? Now you might think, well, neighbor, maybe he used a different word than neighbor, right? But you could type in neighbor and it would find it because it's matching on the concepts. You get it?
Yes, I got it.
It's not a chat bot of like summarize this for me. It's where can I find I have this haystack. I have a needle and a concept and an idea I want to look for, right? And I can do it with Excel files, with PDFs, with HTML, with text, with videos, with audio. Like now, the only thing I'd say is to understand is the video one. I didn't build those into the video one. Looks for the transcriptions of what people said, not what was on the screen. Right? It's not that we can't do that, but I didn't build that yet because we'd have to decide how many frames per second or 1 frame a second or something do we look at and have AI categorize it. And so, and actually the new Google embedding model could do that straight away. You don't even have to categorize. You don't have to feed it the pictures individually. It does it automatically and scores it. But I chose, this is one of the, again, I said, here's what I want you to do. I gave it a clear outline. I went to bed. I literally started my computer, and turned on my monitor the next morning, and it was all here running. I was like, wow. Actually, I don't know. What is settings? I don't even know what I have in settings. Oh, that's a bummer.
Can you show us the prompt that you used to
there's
tell
no
it to do it?
What do you mean? There's no.
No. Back up. Can you show us what you told it to build?
No, it was on my Vegas computer. But
Oh,
I
okay.
basically just outlined, again, I just outlined the goal, what I wanted it to do, right?
Okay.
And I'm going from memory, and keep in mind it was memory, before I went to bed at the end of a long day, right? But I usually will tell it to, um, like I know, I remember I said this, I have the mark it down tool we made, right? So we already had the a script that would go convert the files to Markdown. So I didn't have to reinvent that, right? So I pointed to that. Hey, use that one. I think I pointed it also to the transcriber and said, here's how we convert audio and video to text, right?
Okay.
So I gave it, which is what I normally do. Here are the pieces that I want you to use. Or what'll happen is if I'm live doing this, it'll say, hey, we need to do this. And I'm like, oh, I got that covered. You can use this. Or sometimes now it'll say, do you want me to use your Markdown library? Because it fits really well. Like it knows what our tools are often. And in our Claude MD file, I have paths to our libraries, some of our libraries. So it ought to, like our JSON stuff, it knows to go use that. But yeah, this was, to me, this is one I'm like, holy cow, we can sell this one right away. Like it's an amazing tool to me. This it's the ultimate fuzzy match, right? Like it's so cool. It also caches, like you can drag in multiple things and it'll cache it if it's already got it. I can choose to re-index when I drag things in, but if it knows for a given project, it'll look at what's already been scored, what it's been through, and not have to redo that every time. What in the world is this? I don't know what that is.
And what AI are you passing it to do that?
It that's a good question. Let me hold on one second. I'll because every time I do that, it's pulling up my settings with my token, which means I have to go change it. But it's um, I don't see it there. That's interesting. But I remember I have to go look at the code. Um,
Okay.
it because I don't think I let him change. I picked one. It was probably the Google. It was one of the yeah, because was it this tool? No, that was the other tool. During that other one I showed you guys last week, where when you talk, it it transcribes what I says, then looks in our database and compares the two things, right? I don't think I mentioned this during the call. Was that was one of those. I also said, okay, I'm working on building an API and getting that data out of our website and embedding it and shoving it into a database. And at the same time, I started a different thread in Claude, creating the other side of things of looking at the parakeet model, no, assembly AI for transcribing and taking that and scoring it all and then comparing the two. And I thought, okay, I'll just stitch these together once I've got both done, right? Well, when I went to stitch them together, it turns out there's different embeddings like scores, and I had used two that weren't compatible with each other. So I had to redo one, and it took less than an hour for the thing to go do it. It wasn't a big expense, but it was one of those I should have done like I normally do, keep going with the flow, right? Of start this one, and it would have known the other one was doing, had not made that mistake. But I had completely forgotten I'd even made this tool. Yeah, we're cranking out so many things. What was the other one, Irfan? I showed you something